So from there, it became time to find the actual property. So we traveled to Nashville. We stayed at a couple of different Airbnbs just to really get a feel for what our future competition was doing and really get a feel for what we wanted in our property. Ultimately decided that we wanted a condo downtown, near all the action, where the parties were at, all that good stuff. And this is kind of where self-research and not working with an expert can get you into trouble. So I eventually found a realtor on YouTube who seemed like they were really well put together, experts in Nashville, kind of knew what I was looking for, and I reached out to them. And they came back and they shared with me that because there were a lot of recent restrictions put on short-term rental properties, they didn't really feel like it was their area of expertise. And kudos to them for admitting that, because very few people would have. But they were kind enough to refer us to a fellow agent who specialized in the short-term rental market, knew everything back to front, and she ultimately became our savior in the process. So we met with Megan, who ultimately became our realtor, and she shared with us that there were a lot of restrictions put on short-term rentals from pressure from locals and hotel lobbyists who didn't want the additional competition that came from a short-term rental property. And that unless the property was zoned specifically for short-term rentals, you could not get a permit to run it as a short-term rental, which basically kiboshed every single property downtown because there were really nothing available, and only properties that were grandfathered into that were allowed to operate as a short-term rental. So as a result, that really set us back in our search, because it took the wind out of our sails from the location that we really wanted. So when this happened, it unraveled a ton of the pre-work I had done on my own. It would have saved me a bunch of time if I'd just reached out to an expert in the first place. But because the inventory of what was available to be able to be permitted was so low, it really took the wind out of our sails. We told Megan, hey, keep sending us stuff that pops up, but we may put this on hold for a while.